right there is how you play incredibly below average golf.
Welcome into Over Par here on ESPN 103.7 Lafayette and 104.1 Lake Charles. Matt Miguez here recapping a great weekend with the Masters, as well as looking ahead to the RBC Heritage taking place this weekend in Hilton Head, South Carolina. What more can you say other than Scotty Scheffler? I mean, what an incredible story. His second green jacket in his career, becomes the fourth youngest multi-time winner of a green jacket behind Jack Nicklaus, Tiger Woods. Just an incredible story. And now, you kind of flip the switch. There were some guys in Augusta that really made things interesting for Scotty, including Ludwig Aberg, which we'll talk about him in just a little bit. And then there were some guys that you really thought would take a giant step forward and did not. Jordan Spieth comes to mind there. Had a weekend that he'd like to forget in Augusta at Augusta National. But looking ahead to RBC Heritage, it's a course that he has won on a couple of times, lost in a playoff last year, won in 2022. So, it's a course that he's had some success at. He's going to be paired up with Scotty Scheffler on Thursday morning. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Max Homa and Tommy Fleetwood are going to be paired together as well. We'll get into the pairings in just a little bit. But let's talk real quick about the course itself, Harbor Town. Again, on Hilton Head Island, very windy right there on the coast. When you look at it, it opens up with a par 4 at 410 yards. That's makeable in two for a lot of guys. And then you have a par 5, 550 at number 2. You have a 569-yard par 5 at number 5. The hole that I'm going to be interested to see the most is going to be hole number 9. It's a 332-yard par 5. How is that going to play into guys' favor? There's some bunkers right around the green that are going to be interesting to see how they affect things. That little V-shaped green that number 9 has. But look, these power drivers, these guys that can hit 300 in their sleep. I mean, you're talking about reaching the green in one. But again, the design of the green with the bunkers around, you might have to play it a little safe. Maybe guys are hitting 3-wood off of that tee box. It's gonna be interesting to see how they play that out. But again, we'll look at the pairings now. Scotty Scheffler and Jordan Spieth, like I mentioned earlier, they're going to tee off at 9:30. At 9:40, Wyndham Clark and Sahith Theegala. 9:50, Max Homa and Tommy Fleetwood. You go down the list a little further into the day. At 12:40, Ludwig Aberg and Rory McIlroy. At 12:50, Colin Morikawa and Xander Schauffele. That'll be another fun group to watch. This is a great tournament. Justin Thomas will tee off at 10 o'clock. Sam Burns, the LSU product, or the Louisiana product, I should say, he will tee off at 8:25 a.m. Tony Finau teeing off early at 8:05 a.m. Going to be a really fun tournament. When you look at the odds, are you surprised that Scotty Scheffler is at the top and that it's not quite close? Plus 400 to win the RBC Heritage. Xander Schauffele at plus 1,200. Oiberg and McIlroy at plus 1,400. Patrick Cantlay at plus 1,600. Look, Jordan Spieth's in a slump right now, but if there's a course that he's going to break out of it, it is at Hilton Head. So, at plus 2,800, I'm going to take a little bit of that action. I'd probably put a couple bucks down on Jordan Spieth. Max Homa's another guy. Played really well in Augusta. That's a tournament that a performance like that can really propel you forward. He's at plus 2,500. Again, that's a guy that I'd be watching as a value pick. But I mean, God, it's hard to not put some hope and some faith into Scotty Scheffler, because he has been phenomenal. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel at ESPN Southwest Louisiana. Follow us on social media as well at ESPN_SWLA. We'll be back next week to recap RBC Heritage and get you set as they come on down the bayou for the Zurich Classic here on ESPN 103.7 Lafayette and 104.1 Lake Charles.